This is the plaintiff, Dez. He's accused of bringing a shitty Dangerous Toys album to the podcast for review. This is Evil Ed, the defendant. He claims that Dez has no taste in music, and the Dangerous Toys album has no place on this podcast. He's accused of having no taste and loving Mr. Big. Facts on tracks, but gonna break some vinyl down from the front to the back with facts on tracks. Welcome to Breaking Vinyl. I'm your host, Dez, a.k.a. Johnny Fever. Tonight, I'm joined by my three co-hosts. First up, the podcaster coming through in high fidelity, Evil Ed.
What up?
Okay. And the podcaster playing the deep cuts, Dangerous Dave.
Good morning. How are you?
And last but not least, the podcaster with a degree in rock and roll, Beaconstein.
Hey.
Okay. Okay. I look forward to it every week. And as always, the mission of this show is for us to introduce each other and you, the listeners, to albums and bands which you may never have heard before, while also discussing the classics, like this one. And on occasion, we will ruthlessly insult each other's musical taste. My panel has none today, so sit back and enjoy the show. Okay, so I would like to front load this podcast by asking our listeners. So this can be a little experiment, okay? Trying to boost our ratings, if you will, boost our listenership. I want to push this podcast to the next level. It's doing great, but let's just do an experiment this week. Just 1 week, is all I'm asking, for payment for all the entertainment we give you for free. I want you to share this podcast, today's podcast. Share the link on your Facebook page. That's it. That's all I'm asking. So when you're done listening to the podcast, share the link on your Facebook page and just say, cool show, check it out. Especially Des, great. Okay. So tonight we will be discussing the debut self-titled album from Dangerous Toys, produced by Max Norman, released on May 9th, 1989 by Columbia Records. The album peaked at the number 65 spot on the Billboard 200. The band's lineup was as follows: the great Jason McMasters on vocals, Scott Dahlhover on the noodly guitars, Mike Watson on the aggressive bass and backing vocals, Mike Geary on drums, and Danny Aaron on guitar and backing vocals. He was credited on the album, but did not play. Okay, let's do some band facts on this one. Fact number one: Jason McMasters is one of the best hair metal singers of the late 80s, despite what the prosecution might try to present you today.
Oh my God.
Okay, fuck, dude. I'm gonna expose you guys.
I love how you state that as a fact.
Okay, that's not a fact. The fact is that's not a fact. Okay. Fact number two: Danny Aaron did not perform any guitars on the album, despite being credited as a guitar player on the album. Okay, that's what I got. Dave, what do you got on this album, Dangerous Toys?
All right. This is their debut album, recorded in late 1988, released in 1989, as we said. Certified gold by the RIAA in 1994.
Woo, they got that right.
I have no idea how. Holy shit.
Oh, bullshit.
In 2006, Teasin' Pleasin' was recorded by Shadows Fall on their compilation album Fallout from the War, featuring guest vocals from Toys vocalist Jason McMaster.
Wow, that's good stuff. So Eddie Trunk, all these guys, they fucking love Jason McMasters. He is recognized as an amazing hair metal lead vocalist. This guy has range. This guy can, we're going to get into it. Ed, what do you have on this fucking album?
I only have one more fact,
Oh,
and
God.
it's about the band, not the album.
Okay.
Apparently, they contributed the song Demon Bell, the Ballad of Horace Pickner, to the Wes Craven movie. Shocker.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. A good song. Do you enjoy it?
I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
Oh, how professional. Okay, Fee.
Why would I listen to that song? I had to listen to this album. Oh my God.
Dude, I am shocked by you guys. Not only did I listen to this album for the podcast, I listen to it every day on the way to work, punching my steering wheel, making the fucking devil signs with my hands.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
dude. You texting all week? I swear to God, you were jerking off to the album all week.
I did. Fee, what do you got?
I was punching my steering wheel too.
Stop it. Stop it.
Trying not to
Okay.
bash my head through my windshield. No. A couple of things that I found remarkable about the band is one, these guys got a deal from Columbia pretty quickly, like inside of a year of being together. And maybe that was the time in the late 80s, but like all of these other bands that we've reviewed have all been like years in the making, like 6, 8, 10 years. And for these guys to get a deal by a major label in a year, like good on them, man. That's fucking awesome.
I think it's more the time. Like especially if you, and it's not a shot at the band, it's a shot at the industry. Because if you watch all the documentaries about, like Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, and there's a million others that are all about the LA scene in the late 80s, they all say how the record companies started to just sign everybody at the end because they were just throwing shit at the wall hoping something stuck.
So I've seen this band several times live. Narcissus, some smaller shows, some bigger shows. They're really good live. Jason McMaster
I
is
can
one
see
of
that.
these. Yeah, Jason McMaster is one of these guys. He's really hot live. He can pull this off. Like he legit has a really good screamer voice, like Rob Halford back in the day. Like he can fucking go to levels that most singers can just dream of. I mean,
Well, that's
disagree.
well,
good news for you guys then, because they're playing in New Bedford next Saturday night. So.
Yes, and a friend of mine is going to see them, and he he speaks with Jason often, and he has said that he may put it in his ear about the show, but I'm not sure
Nice.
that's going to be a good idea.
Probably not.
We'll see. Fuck,
I'll
guys.
fully admit, you know what, like listening to this album, and this might be something for the end. You can hear his range. The problem is, I think him singing in the high range, which is the 90-something% of this album, was wrong because it is so screechy and just, it's like a poor man's Axl Rose.
Oh, no. All right.
Yes.
No,
Kinda.
here's why it's not, okay? Because Jason McMasters has complete control over his voice. He's not screaming, he's singing. And I put that in my thing. He's not screaming at you. He's singing. His vocals have a rounded, smooth feeling to them and not a jagged, harsh
Oh
feeling.
my God.
And he harmonizes so well with himself. This is not a screamer. It's a singer.
Listen, the harmonies are great. But he is literally all you're going to hear from me is screechy, another screechy vocal, another screechy vocal.
No,
Oh,
Jeff Keith is screechy. Okay, so all right, so
he's nasally.
let me guys give you a fun little, just a quick little story. I know the listeners probably hate my stories now, but this is funny. So I went to go buy a car Thursday with my wife, right? I ended up buying this very rare Mini Cooper. It's a chop top R58. They only made them for a couple of years. Check it out if you want to, whatever. It's one in Massachusetts. So we go to the dealership and we go inside. We sit down. I test drive the car. I love it. We sit at the counter with the salesman and he's like, all right, so this is the price. He turns the computer around to show me and I go, oh no, that's not the price it was yesterday. You tacked $1,000 onto that. And he's looking at me like, what are you fucking saying? And I'm like, I'm saying this is ingenuous. Fucking drove an hour and a half and it's put a fucking $1,000 on the price. I go, I have a picture of this on my phone. I took pictures of all the cars I was looking at so I could scroll through them and fucking find them quickly instead of having to go back on the internet. He goes, find the picture. I go, I will find the picture. And, someone's like, oh, right. So the guy is now completely offended. And I'm like, I've looked at that 100 times. There's no doubt. I bet my house on it. So he goes, I'm going to go talk to the sales manager. I'll be right back. So he gets up and I find the picture I took of it on my phone. Same price, right? So Delane goes, "You're a fucking idiot." She goes, "I'm going out to the car." And she fucking left me there. Yeah. And the guy comes back. I basically, I'm like, I may have, let's not worry about it. Let's just do it for the price you guys got. I'm sure it's fine. So whatever. Funny story. I'm a fucking idiot.
Do a
Oh
quick
shit.
Photoshop.
Yeah. Oh shit moment. Oh shit moment. All right. Let's do a couple opening thoughts on this album and then we'll break it down. So I love this album back in the day. I was blown away by Jason McMaster's ability to push the limits of his voice without breaking or screeching or getting pitchy. It was just a high energy album and it resonated with me. I thought it was cool. I thought these guys were fucking just dirty rockers and I liked it. So, Dave, what are your memories of this album? Have you heard it back to front before preparing for the podcast?
I heard the hits back when this came out. No special memories attached to this one. I have the CD. Spun it once or twice in its entirety before listening for the podcast.
Okay. And Ed, what do you got on it?
I've never listened to this album before, front to back. I'm a big fan of the drummer and bass player. I think they are real standouts on this album. I do remember, like, I knew the hits. I remember hearing them, and I do remember going, I wish I didn't like the song Scared as much as I do, because I really love that song.
It's a great song. Yeah, I agree on the bass and the drums, especially the bass. He's got such a cool sound too.
Yeah.
Like this really unusual
Good sound, really just moving in every song.
And playing some really unorthodox bass lines too, where you're like, what the fuck is that? So, Fee, what do you got on this one?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Dave on this one. I had the cassette and I burned out the first two tracks on this thing, back in the day. So I was kind of excited, but I was a little worried that it wouldn't hold up. And that there was probably a reason that I really only remembered like 2 or 3 songs from the album, even though I owned it.
So I had a guitar player in one of my previous bands that had this fucking clown thing tattooed on his arm with the box and everything. It was the worst tattoo because it looked like a cover up because this is giant square box. It was so bad. It was so bad. Yeah, it was no good. Okay, so track 1, Teasin' Pleasin'. So I fucking love this song, man. Come on. I love this circular guitar lick that brings it in that ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It just keeps going. It's an earworm, like Fee would say. You hear it once, you've heard it a million times. Jason McMasters, he sets the bar for the rest of the album here. It's a powerful vocal. It's loaded with harmonies, cool lyrics, and his register of his voice, it gets on top of the music track effortlessly. Like there's so many singers that try to achieve this tone of register, and you can tell it's studio magic, and you can hear that this guy is literally hitting these notes no problem. I love the solo, despite it being a little sloppy at the end with all the whammy bar. We're going to get into this, okay? I know I'm going to get roasted for this. I should hate this guitar player. Hate him. But for unknown reasons, I don't. Great chorus, great background, amazing breakdown. We get the guy is doing all the Steven Tyler shit that I love. And then the time change. And then it kicks back in. I love it. Ed, stop that. Dave, what do you got?
All right, big dumb riff. Singing starts with a Steven Tyler "Giggy-gow."
Yeah.
And then he sounds like an Axl Rose clone.
Oh.
The chorus is okay. Big no to the spoken word parts. I did not like the guitar solo. I thought it was hack bullshit.
Oh.
No vocal scatting, please. Thank you. I did not like the breakdown part. And the ending was awful. Teasing, pleasing, shut the fuck up.
No, dude, you know what's funny about you said that? I loved, because so they did it like one extra time. So I thought it was going to end and they did it one more time, like so effective. I love that. What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you people? The thought of going to the unemployment office and standing in line with those scumbags. Okay. Oh.
How many times have you been in that line, Des?
I've actually been employed at the same place for over 10 years now. But before that, several times. Ed, tease and pleasing.
Dave, I want to thank you. I want to bow to you with your breakdown of this song, because I agree. Opening guitar riff is very generic, and the vocals kick in, and I cannot stand the tone of Jason's voice on this song. It is just, it's not my thing. I don't like, he's singing way too high for this song. I find the lyrics to be very weak and cheesy as hell. I'm not a fan of talking during any song, and this is just god awful talking. The music change in the solo is okay, but then the song, and not the solo, the music behind the solo. However, then the entire song goes horribly off the rails for me. It just doesn't make any sense. The scat singing and blues song-ish that is like in the song, that I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? It's bad. I do appreciate the bass harmonic, though. That was pretty cool. The whole break and then do-do-do. I was like, oh, okay, you never hear that in a song. So that was kind of cool. The vocal harmony at the end is kind of cool chord. Like, I like the choices of notes that he's singing. But the drums and bass are the saving grace of this song. It is just not, I remember hearing it the first time and just going, this is where it's gone. This is when I just started checking out in all these bands at the end. Listen, let me give one redeeming point here. Fee's statement earlier on saying that they were signed really quickly, you can tell. I think maybe if these guys had time to mature a little bit musically and with producers, there would have been a better result. But this is just wow.
This album destroys that last Tesla album. Fee, what do you got?
No, stop it.
Oh my
Stop
fucking it. God.
I was with you for right up until that comment. No. Ed, you actually said two things that I kind of say throughout this, cheesy and immature, you know. But I don't care. I fucking love this song. I think it's a great song.
Thank you, Fee. Thank you, Fee.
Except for the spoken word part, that shit's got to go. But everything else about it is super catchy. I like this song a lot. You can thank me for now, Des, but it's not going to be a good rest of the day for you.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But yeah, playlist for me. This is probably the best song on the album for me. But unfortunately,
yeah. Okay. So how funny was the Photoshop Jason McMasters and Paul Stanley and Tears Are Falling? I took a shot at Fee last night via text. Inside joke. Okay. Track 2, Scared. Again, I fucking love this song. I love the video. I love the decision to come in immediately with the vocals. So good, because they're such good vocals. Didn't need an intro. I love the vocals and the lyrics on this track. Fucking great songwriting, great vocal execution. We get some really nice little picking riffs behind the vocals and the verses, and this guitar player does this a lot on this album. They're kind of tucked back a little bit, but they keep it from just sounding like a chugging metal band, and I like that. It keeps it sounding very flowy and interesting, and it's pulling my ear to the song. I really love the verses. We get a cool melodic guitar solo. The bass is awesome in this track. And it's just a well-written song. And it delivers another infectious hook. That's 2 for 2. Dave, what do you got?
Well, this is the only song I thought was a decent song on the album. They should have written 10 more of these. Great chorus, especially impressive shred-tastic guitar solo, and we're only going downhill from here.
Oh no, downhill? Have you seen the next song? Okay. Ed, what do you got on Scared? I know you love this song.
I do. I really love this song. And this is one of those songs, the first time I heard it, I went, wow, it's a cool tune. I don't want to like it, but I do. I found so an interesting fact that I found out. This is actually, they wrote it as a tribute to Alice Cooper.
Of course.
which I think is, oh, that's pretty cool. I see that. I like how the song just starts. I like the whole slap in your face type, just boom, here it is.
Yep.
A big, big shout out to Mike Watson and Mark Geary. The drums and bass in this song just lock it down. They are the reason this has a great groove. I love the simple harmonies in this song. I think it fits the song perfectly. The chorus is super hooky. I loved it. The breakdown works really well. I think and the transitions are smooth. Which, unlike the rest of this album, I thought they didn't flow at all, the transitions. But this song, so well, the transitions. This is the whisper in this song is one of the few times I think the talking works. And as we're going to hear over and over on this album, every fucking song has a goddamn drama fucking spoken word section. It's kill me now. Guitar solo is great. The acapella part's good. I could live without Jason's scream at the end of the song, but overall it's not too bad.
Yeah, I enjoyed that at the end of the song. I'm glad they just didn't keep going with, I was not scared. I'm glad they didn't just go with the band gang vocaling the chorus out. I enjoyed Jason McMaster's showing off his range at the end of the song and keeping it loose. Pete, what do you got?
I'm with you guys on this one. This is another good song. I had the note about Alice Cooper as well, Ed. I thought that was pretty cool. Very catchy. Just enjoyable. And I think that the way they start the song is it's intentional, because when you get scared, it's like boom, right in your face like that. And this song achieves that. Like, mission accomplished. Well done. Playlist.
Oh, look at you picking up on the little things. That's a great comment there, Fee. I didn't think of that until you said it, and now I can't. I'm like, oh my God, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the song is the nightmare. Like you said, it's based around Alice Cooper. It's written about Alice Cooper. It's fucking cool. Yeah. All right, track 3. I can't believe you fucking Magoos can't see this is a great song. So this is Bones in the Gutter. Fuck is wrong with you? I fucking love this song. Great intro. The bass and drums are so gritty. And we get this scary, aggressive guitar riff. This is one of my favorite riffs on the album. It's so good. What is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you guys? How can you not see how great this guitar lick is in the beginning? It sets the mood for the song. I love this lick. It's an important guitar lick. It really shows off this guy's signature, because for a new guitar player who is doing his first album, he really has a signature sound and a signature style. I would know this guy's guitar playing anywhere. If you put him on any other band, I would hear 3-4 notes. I'd be like, oh, I know who that is. I know this guy. Love all the riffs he plays on the song. And again, Jason McMasters brings a dirty, aggressive lyric and an explosive vocal. It's good. This song kicks ass. This bridge, it's so good. Come on. What's wrong with you? Dave.
Nope.
Dave.
That guitar lick is okay, but what's up with every D-list band in the late 80s wanting to be funky? Was Extreme that big an influence on everybody?
I didn't hear funk.
Yeah, no. Chorus was okay. The rest of the song I did not like. The album is mostly mixed okay, but I hate the bass guitar tone. That trebly ding 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 kind of tone is not what I like to hear out of the bass. And good, a breakdown after the guitar solo. Nope.
Dave, it's weird. Isn't it funny how this bass had moments when it sounded amazing and then moments when it sounded a little farty?
I didn't like his tone anywhere. I mean, he played some good stuff, but
yeah, I noticed there was a couple of tunes where I went, oh, what happened to the bass sound a little bit? Shit. I don't know, man. This fucking bridge, this makeup to her chin, he's hitting some fucking amazing notes. Oh, and it sets up this chorus so well. Ed, what do you got? I know you love this song deep down.
You have definitely got a very small type that you enjoy, Des.
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see because I have next pick and
Oh, I
we'll
can't
see your
wait.
reaction to that.
I can't wait.
But this song, I agree with you, Dave, with the bass tone, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't mind a mid-heavy bass if if it needs to cut through. And I feel like with this band, the bass definitely needed to cut through. I thought a lot of times the guitars were kind of muddy, uh, but the kick, I do like the kick. The kick had a real nice deep tone. I thought throughout the album, but specific to this song, "Bones in the Gutter." When the music riff starts, I instantly get a Rage Against the Machine vibe, but that's where it ends. Like it's just the way the guitar and then the bass and drums are playing, and then the guitar, just that little the riff. I was like, oh, almost sounds like Rage Against the Machine. Kind of said, this is kind of cool. Let's expand on it. The music, though, it kind of feels like a grunge song. The groove is again saved by the bass and drums. Um, I did notice when you listen to headphones, there's a small section where all of a sudden it sounds like the guitar is playing an arpeggio. I don't know if you noticed, either of you guys noticed that on top of something. It's like a great little overdub. And I was like, oh, you know what? That kind of adds a nice voicing to the music. But the lyrics and Jason's voice are not my thing. God, do I dislike them. I feel his style is confusing and his tone is screechy when he sings in his higher register. Unfortunately for me, that is how he sings most of this album. I just don't feel this song at all. I feel like they tried too hard and have way too many musical changes. They couldn't stick with the groove and just let it flow. It was like, oh nope, here's 4 bars of this, 4 bars of this, 4 bars of this, 4 bars of we can't repeat. It's like, come on, just let it go. Have fun with it. And then another bad vocal breakdown. The song is everything I didn't like at the end of the 80s rock music scene. And then another ending with the guitar solo and scat singing. Fucking shoot me now.
But you did, at least you're noticing these little melody licks he's playing in the background, which is keeping it, like you said, flowing around and interesting in the back.
One thing I will definitely give them, there was something I liked in every song. The problem was it was like, oh, here it is, and then it was gone. And I was like, oh, damn it! I wish they kept that and built off it and kind of focused more on this. Like did you guys notice, like, each song, there's so many musical changes.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, okay, this riff is great. The rest are fucking terrible.
See, I love them all.
Here's the song.
I love them all. So for me, it worked. Fee, what do you got on this song? I mean, how can you not like this song?
I'm going to tell you why.
Bones in the gutter.
I was a middle school teacher for years.
Oh,
and
here we go. Some rock and roll story.
We had, total rock and roll story here.
How exciting. Go ahead.
So when you think about this, when you're in an English class and you're having kids writing an essay and you tell them to come up with some ideas creatively and put this shit together, like, you get some kids with some really good ideas, but can't fucking put them together to save their lives. And this is what it was. I'll just read my note on this. I just don't like this. The lyrics remind me of a short story for a middle school creative writing assignment. Have you read a middle school creative writing assignment? It's not great. It played out. Like, I don't know. Not good. And again, before you even say anything, I just want to start with this. I have nothing wrong with the way Jason McMaster sings. I actually like his voice. I have nothing wrong with the way any of these guys play, but the songs just don't do it for me. The songs in general just don't do it for me. If they had some stronger songwriting skills, I think this would be, they'd be amazing. But
almost every song in this album has a fucking amazing catchy chorus. Almost every single one. There's literally 3 songs on this album that aren't fucking top-notch choruses.
And that's why it went gold after 5 years.
Gold, baby. Gold.
Yeah. Gold. After 5 years. If it was as hot as you say it is, it would have been a lot better and a lot faster.
Yeah, so this album is fun. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys, sit here and fight with you guys and say this is fucking, Appetite for Destruction or, this is this deep ocean of songwriting. No. It's a fucking kick-ass, in-your-face, high-energy, fucking shallow hair metal album. But it delivers on its promise. Okay.
Shallow hair metal. I wouldn't put these guys in hair metal. I would put these guys in bad blues rock.
No, this is fucking hair
shallow
metal.
is a great defining word for them.
I mean, they literally redid the fucking Youth Gone Wild video. They just took out fucking Skid Row and put in Dangerous Toys. I mean, it's the same video. All right. Take Me Drunk. Fuck. Okay, this is a problem, this song.
It says it right there. Right off the bat, you're like, ugh.
So this is one of 2 songs that I don't love on the album, even though I like it. I mean, I don't hate the song, but the lyrics and the verses are subpar for this album. But the chorus, right? Even though I don't love it, I woke up the other morning singing it in my head because I listened to the album so many times. I'm like, oh, stop, shut the fuck up. Stop. Like I couldn't stop doing it. And it was driving me crazy. But then it made me think, oh, it's got to be catchy because I can't fucking stop singing it. And finally that went away like a migraine. Again, great bass and drums. We get these did you guys catch the subtle double bass that was going on? It was like mixed down.
Yeah, I did.
But it was I kind of like that because it wasn't like Tommy Lee where it's like the star of the show. Like maybe he's not a great double bass player. I don't know. But I just kind of noticed it in the background. I'm like, that's kind of interesting for the groove of the song. I know I shit on guitar players for finger tapping and overusing the whammy bar. And like, that's like this guy's entire fucking repertoire.
Yep.
But this guy just had such a style and he does it in a way I don't know. I'm not saying I liked it, but it's Dangerous Toys. It's just Dangerous Toys. Like, so I make an exception to the rule here. I don't know why. And the breakdown into the new piece of music at the end. Did you guys catch this? Like, this is one of my favorite pieces of music on the entire album. So it goes into that part is kind of like almost like a Van Halen sort of part. And then it breaks back into the chorus. I really like this piece of music a lot. Dave, what do you got?
Yay, shitty glam metal jazz. Whatever these guys are trying for, they're not pulling it off.
Oh boy.
Verse is terrible. You know you're in trouble when you get your song inspiration from a bumper sticker or a comical t-shirt slogan. By the way, my next album will be titled I'm With Stupid and will feature songs. It'll feature songs such as Coexist, You Can't Fix Stupid, and If You're Going to Ride My Ass, At Least Pull My Hair.
I love it. Holy shit, you guys. I mean, I can't really disagree with anything you said there. I can't. And honestly, guys, I can't really disagree with what Ed was talking about on Teasin' Pleasin'. I love the song, but I see your points. I do. I see your points. Ed, what do you got on this one?
Dave, I love all of your comments today. You are batting 1,000 for me, brother.
All right.
Oh, Take Me Drunk. Jesus Christ. I'm torn on the music in the intro. Like the chromatic climb up, I'm like, okay. But I felt like it had to go into a chord or something else. Because when it goes into the chromatic climb down, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was, I feel like, really?
I felt
and then it's like 3 different music sections. Before the vocals even come in, it's like, just fucking write a song.
Yeah.
It adds so much confusion and loses whatever groove they were trying to maintain. However, I did like the middle music section of the 3 beginning parts. I'm like, okay, this is a cool little piece right here for this second and a half. The music in the solo is in the second change during it's sweet. I liked it. Unfortunately, it goes right in the shitter when the vocals come in. It just really I love the music during the chorus. I think it's a fantastic groove and really the only redeeming thing about the song. Again, another song the bass and drums really hold together. I was entertained by the guitar solo, but again, 1,000 musical changes in talking coming out of the solo. Kill me now. Enough. So far, 4 for 4 with the talking. Oh, God.
And
at least there was a small part of the song I'd like to listen to. So
I hate to admit it, but I have to agree with just about everything you said on that song. I mean, you nailed it. You're spot on. There's some good parts, there's some really bad parts, there's some questionable choices. It's not a great song.
it
It's
was
not a
like
great
they,
song.
they, they all had severe ADD flare ups or something.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Like, check this out. Oh, no, check this out. All right, we're going to do a both. Wait, let's add 30 more different changes.
Oh God, you changed the price overnight, Figo.
I got a picture.
That's funny. There were two things on this really that, like, I don't know if this is a musical term or not, but the cadence of the delivery of the vocal was just, I don't know. It was confusing for me. It was just really fucking confusing, and I couldn't focus on any one thing in this song at all. So eventually I just started skipping it because it was that bad.
Okay.
And I did pick up on that. Was that like a double kick drum thing
Yes.
going on or something
Yes.
like that? Yeah, I didn't like that either. And but overall the song was just hard to understand. Like, and I couldn't understand anything. Like, I couldn't get into any one piece of this. So I did listen to the album like 5 or 6 times this week, but I probably skipped this 4 of those 5 or 6 times because I just couldn't do it. My main note on this, like, maybe confusion was the point. Like, take me drunk, I'm shit faced and I'm confused, and and if that was it, great, but not for me. This song brings me on a journey that I am not interested in going on. So played out.
Yeah, I mean, if I was getting on Jeff Keefe last week, I got to get on. Don't take me drunk. Ooh, it's fucking gay. It's fucking gay. It's not a good message. It's lazy songwriting. All right,
Yeah.
guys. So I'm going to need everybody to rally together on this one for me. Okay, come on, guys. Try to open up your minds a little bit. Be professional. Feels like a hammer. This is a great fucking song. It's written about, like, it's real. It's life. It's coming down on you. This fucking chorus. Oh my dude. Fucking love. This might be my favorite Dangerous Toys song ever. We get this great intro guitar. We get a nice melodic solo. I love the lyrics. I love the vocal performance. I really like the sound and style of the bass on this. This is my favorite Dangerous Toys song. I'm going to tip it right there. It is. It's fucking great. Ed, what do you got? Feels like a hammer.
Dave.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Dave, what do you got? Feels like a hammer. I was looking at Ed, so I said Ed.
Oh, time for the ballady song. Goddamn, this bass sounds horrible, and they just made it louder.
Oh, fuck.
I thought this guitar player could play. Originally, I chalked it up to the band having 2 guitarists. I thought one was... I had to go look at the video. I'm like, do they have 2 guys playing? Because some of this sounds good and some of this sounds bad. I thought one was good and one sucked ass, but nope. Same guy played all the guitar parts, apparently.
Yes.
Maybe the drummer played this guitar solo.
It was me, Dave. It was me.
It was me. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody just bought a guitar 2 weeks ago and they pushed him into the studio and they said, go for it. This song sucks.
Fuck that. I think it's the... All right, everybody. This is it. This is a groundbreaking moment on Breaking Vinyl. Dave, fuck you. Okay. Ed. Dave finally pushed me to be mean to him. Ed, please tell me about this song and why you like it. You know it's a good song. You know it is.
I will agree with you, Des. I did not dislike the song. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It was I rated it 1 to 10. I gave it a 5.
Okay, I'll take that.
I like how the acoustic and clean electric guitar work in the intro. I thought it sounded nice. The vocals came in and sounded really good along with the bass. When the band kicks in, I feel the song really starts to come together, unlike the previous songs. And the vocal harmony during the chorus, I thought it was fantastic. I feel like this song is what works for this band. The music works. The vocals sound clean, clear, and not screechy because he's singing in his lower register, which I think is where his voice sounds best. Because I enjoyed his voice in this. The whole song works so well. I was pleasantly surprised by this song after how all the previous songs sounded. I was like, oh, okay, here's this. And funny thing, I was expecting you to not like this, Des, because I was reading a blog called like Sleaze Rag or something like that. And they specifically talked about this song and how pissed off they were because this song doesn't sound like the rest of the album.
I love
And I went, oh shit, I really like this song compared to the rest of the album.
I actually do too. And when he locks in on the word hammer with that fucking harmony, it's a special moment. I have to admit, I immediately feel bad for saying fuck you to Dave. Dave's such a great guy. Like, as much as I enjoy telling Ed, fuck you, Ed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dave. You didn't deserve that, but you're wrong. Okay.
We'll see.
Pete, what do you got?
This one was just okay for me. My first note is Des will really like this song. So I felt you'd like the story, but this is back to like a really good middle school composition right here. The chorus was kind of weak and the solo was kind of weak too. That's all I had, but it was okay. Like, it's listenable. I didn't skip it once.
Oh, back in the 80s, Pete was kicking ass in English class, fucking doing reports. Okay.
I'm a good writer.
Oh, fuck. My wife has actually written a couple of novels. She's a writer. Maybe I'll have her send you some of her work and you can check it out.
Please do.
She's very talented. So, guys, do we need to talk about sport in the Woodview? Can we all just fucking say thumbs down and move on?
I do want to say one thing about it, even though I give you a thumbs down about it.
Go ahead.
I think it's kind of hilarious that there's no real power ballad on this album, like the rest of those late 80s, albums.
Yeah.
And if this is their like, fuck you, we're not doing a power ballad, then good for you, But yeah.
Dude.
Fuck off. Yeah.
This song
not good.
Blows.
I do like the bass and drums in it. I'm like, okay, at least those work.
It just blows, dude. This song should not have been on the album. It's fucking, dude. This is everything I hate about this. Let's just move on. Song
Well,
sucks.
wait. Yeah. First off, we there's a couple points here. Number one, it's another song that has talking in it.
Yes, it does. Really bad.
And the music is just all over the fucking place. Here's my last note on this is I feel as if most of the songs are written by a dog that is surrounded by squirrels.
Okay. Fee, I do have to bring this one line up for you because this might be one of the creepiest lines ever recorded. He says, I wish you were sedated so I could at least penetrate you for an hour or maybe 3. That's a rape, brother. That's assault, brother. It's fucking bad, man. Like, I heard that in my car. I was like, oh man, that's not good. It's
if
not.
Gene Simmons wrote it, you guys would be in heaven.
I would.
Okay.
This would be an amazing Kiss song, but fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. I agree. Okay, track 7, Queen of the Nile. Okay, again, I love this song. It's so cool. Like, what a great concept. Queen of the Nile. Like, I wish they'd stuck to writing about, like, fun shit like this. Love this tune. Again, Jason starts pushing the limits here with his endless ability to go for over-the-top notes without getting pitchy or just yelling at me. The band is completely locked in. This is really, really original songwriting. I love the story. I love everything about it. It's a fucking kick-ass song. Dave, tell me why you hate this song.
All right. Well,
all right.
Yeah, I don't know. This is what killed glam rock. All these, this. If you had a singer that kind of sounded like Axl Rose and a guitarist that could kind of sound like Van Halen, you could get a record deal in the 80s, no problem. The catch was you had to have decent songs. Oh, boy. Listen to this song. every local band in the 80s sounded exactly like this. This was
Nailed
it.
it.
A couple quality high notes out of Jason. You know, he's sounding good. Oh my God, the sweep guitar arpeggio at the end is amazing. I'll bet my boots this guy practiced for a week to just nail that just right in an overdub.
Oh, Dave, Dave, I fucking hated that fucking at the end. Just don't. It's so cheesy. It's so bad. But I did love the song. Ed, what do you got?
I'm torn on this song. Decent build-up intro. The bass is really good, and I like the guitar riff in chords. I think they're pleasant to listen to. Then the singing comes in, and it is too high. Screechy vocals again. His vocals sound so much better when he sings the chorus because he's in a lower register. The kick drum is really nice, fat, and deep on this song. However, the lyrics are terrible. I feel like they were trying to do an Iron Maiden history lesson lyrics, and they just don't come close. I mean, Iron Maiden wrote so many songs that are historical and based off something like this, and if they were trying to go that direction, it's a big fail. And honestly, I can live without the Yngwie Malmsteen licks. My least favorite guitar player. He plays like a motherfucker, but I swear to God, if I hear someone do like fast arpeggios and scales, and that's all they do with no soul, just cut my throat.
Yeah.
That's totally a personal preference, but I just don't like that style of guitar.
Which is why I hated a couple of the albums you guys presented me with as fucking just the best ever. So, yeah, there are a couple albums we did with a couple of guitar players that feast on that kind of playing.
I don't mind fast playing. I hate like just, hey, look, here's fast with nothing behind it.
Yeah, agreed. Terrible. Fee, what do you got?
So this song was okay. I mean, not good. I don't know. Honestly, I hated it the first, 4 or 5 times I heard it. But but I started to think about like they didn't have a true power ballad on this album, and maybe if they rearranged some of this, cut out some of and turn this into a power ballad and rearrange some of the lyrics, like instead of Queen of the Nile, like Queen of My Life or something like that, whatever.
Oh,
but
Jesus.
I don't know, but you know what I'm saying, like just something. Well, I mean, Tesla's got fucking Love Song, you know what I mean, and it's a super hit, but like, so how fucking cheesy and fucking lame is that? But there could have been something here if they were willing to rearrange this a little bit and kind of not just be this, try to just fucking power drive us into the fucking pavement with every fucking song. So okay. I don't know. So it was just okay. But I will say this, that if I didn't start thinking that way of like what this song could have been, this would have been like one of the worst songs on the album for me.
So, Fee, let's work through this together. So we're going to change it to Queen of My Life. So what's the next line? Where are we going to go with? So Queen of My Life. What's next? Anybody?
I hadn't even thought that far.
Something cuts like a knife.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Well done.
Sure.
Okay. So track 8. Now, guys, don't expose yourself. Ed, stop that. Don't shake your head like that. No, what do you mean no? Okay. Outlaw. This song is fucking badass. This is one of my favorite songs on the album, probably my second favorite on the album. The lyrics, the fucking vocal performance, absolutely fucking amazing. They're fire on this song. The band is on fire. The riffs are on fire. The arrangement is on fire. We get Clint Eastwood. We get a gun cock. It's amazing. Really cool guitar track behind the verse. Again, more of this stuff that he's doing. Oh, and of course, the sloppy, finger tapping, whammy abusing guitar solo that every fiber of my soul wanted to hate, but I just enjoyed it. Yeah, like a over buttered box of popcorn at the movie theaters. Just, I love it. Dave, what do you
got? Second rate Dokken.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah. Think about it. The phrasing of the lyrics is just horrible. He's cramming too many words in each line. If this guitar player didn't have two-hand tapping and a whammy bar, he would have 0 licks.
Zero.
This is just bad.
Zero,
Sorry.
Dave. Zero. He's awful. Zero. Okay, I love it. Ed, what do you got?
All right. The opening to this song has a good rock groove to it. The music is really good, but I feel the singer needs to stay in his lane with his lower register. Whoever writes the lyrics needs to be replaced as well. Just, bad.
By a 9th grader.
Clearly. And enough with the fucking talking during the song. Every goddamn song. What the fuck? It would be like me just singing randomly in every podcast. It just, why? There's no fucking point. The idea of the song works to me. The screeching vocals and cheesy lyrics do not. And for God's sakes, another Yngwie riff.
Oh, God. Fee, did you enjoy Outlaw at all? Was there anything there you enjoyed?
I'll just read to you in a second, but Ed, maybe you should share a random Michael McDonald note here.
Do it. Come on, Ed,
God.
sing us a little Michael McDonald line. Just
Hell
one.
no. It's too early in the morning and I haven't had any drinks.
Okay, it's 1 o'clock. Fee, go ahead.
So, I mean, at this point, I'm getting tired of the album in general because I know there's nothing even close to being a halfway decent song, and we've already been on this journey for 6 fucking songs now, after the first 2, because I really do love the first 2 songs, but they all fucking sound the same to me. Like, I'm listening to the same fucking song. Like, I have my volume in my car down on fucking low as it can possibly go at this point because I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. And if like Sportin' a Woody is your only like change of pace song on this album, fuck, like I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. But the song was okay. Like, but this is like the last of the even okays. Like, I don't know.
It just jumps off the cliff at this point.
We're almost there, guys. Let's just fucking zip through these last 2. Track 9, Here Comes Trouble. Again, I love this track. It has some nice dynamics between the acoustic sections and the hard-hitting chorus. Jason gives me some cool lyrics, solid vocals. I like the chorus a lot on this song. I just do. I don't know why. Fucking Dave, what do you got?
Oh, another sensitive opening, followed by a 9th grade level riff. If this was written by anybody older than 15, I'd have serious doubts about their mental facilities. Maybe see a physician. This could not end fast enough.
Woo, Dave!
Oh man, I think it's Evil Dave this week.
It was Evil Dave week. It was Evil Dave week.
I love it.
Hated this album. Hated it. Ed, what do you got?
Do it. Welcome to the dark side, Dave.
Oh shit.
Here Comes Trouble. Exactly. The guitar intro is good, but where the fuck are they going with this song? It doesn't work with all the upbeat changes that follow. I feel this band needs to stop trying to have so many changes in the songs. It loses all feel and groove that might happen. This song disappoints me so much. I hear a lot of little things that would be good, but they don't stick with them at all. Fucking kill me now.
Okay, Fee, quickly, what do you got on this song?
I just want this album to end right now.
Okay.
I feel like like when you need it, like you need something different, like you realize like, why am I listening to this anymore? So I put on an audiobook for a little while. Like that's.
And what is Fee listening to when he's listening to a nice audiobook? Self-help?
Really? Anything, whatever played, like audiobook play.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Track 10, 10 Boots. I only like this song really because it's clever. I mean, there's 5 guys in the band. They're from Texas. 10 Boots is stomping. Do the math. Fucking it's right there. It's clever songwriting. The solo is ripping. It comes in and out of focus, though, due to all the notes in the whammy bar. I want to hate it, but I don't. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. Dave, what do you got?
Well, yet another rewrite of track one. We took way too long to get to the mediocre hook, and did they really write a song about their fucking shoes?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And I thought it was clever. How embarrassing. Ed, go ahead.
10 boots. I wish they gave it to 10 boots. It's a decent blues rock bass and drum intro, but then the guitar comes in, and what a disappointment. Oh my God. I feel it actually takes away from the groove that the bass and drums kind of lay down. Again, the screechy singing, it fucking kills me. I wish Jason would sing more in his lower register where he's a nice sounding voice, and only go into his upper register to like accent certain things. This song is just bad. The more I listen to it, the more I just don't like it. Like, it just gets worse and worse. And honestly, Des, I listen to this album more than any other previous album because I'm like, what the fuck is Des hearing that he is worshiping this so much that I just don't hear? And each time it got worse and worse, other than 2 songs.
Fee, what do you got?
Ed, that's my exact problem, is that every time, like, I was like, the first time through, I'm like, okay, first 2 songs fucking hit, whatever. And every time I listened to it, I felt my score lowering on every other song on the album. I'm not a big fan of like Texas rock type songs, so played out next.
All right, so track 11, That Dog. This song would have been better in the middle of the album, maybe where Sportin' a Woody was. They just swapped those 2 out. It's a fucking filler song. Nothing great. Not a great way to end an album. It's fine. It's forgettable. It's okay. Dave, what do you got?
Bad riff. More lead guitar by the drummer. Literally sounds like somebody off the street was handed a guitar and asked to play a solo.
Oh, shit.
I hear some cowbell in the background, but unfortunately, no amount of cowbell can save this piece of shit.
Oh, God. Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Okay.
Brutal.
Dave is becoming my favorite human, slowly but surely.
Let's just get through this quick. This is a grind. Ed, go ahead quickly. Why do you hate this song?
That Dog, another groove right out of the gate. The vocal screech works better in this song. I didn't hate it as much. The lyrics are not my thing at all. Now the band is sticking with the groove and letting it develop. It has a better overall flow. However, the music changes in melody. Don't build off it, or add value to it at all. It just, yeah. Fucking yeah. That's all I can say.
Why do you hate this song?
Another middle school essay piece here. My main note is, like, I wish they released Tease and Pleasin' as a single with Scared as the B-side. I'd fucking listen to that all day. I can't listen to this anymore. Played out 1.
Yep. All right, guys. We have broken down Dangerous Toys. Okay. So
how's your asshole feel, Des?
No, because I think we're all going to be surprised when we get to the meat and potatoes of this podcast. I listened to it again this morning, and we're going to get there. So now it is time to release
the bonus track.
Okay, so I know you guys probably noticed I forgot to put in the bonus track thing last week. I put it in later, so if you heard it with me going bonus track, sorry about that. So this week's bonus track comes to us from one Bob Wiley of Lake Winnipesaukee. Bob writes, "Hey guys, I look forward to listening to the show every Monday morning at work. I really enjoy the banter and the musical insight. Especially enjoy Des and his musical wisdom. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Throbs Underground. Thanks, and keep up the good work." All right. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate your writing. So, guys, let's get into this. First of all, let me just run it around the table. Dave, are you familiar with the Throbs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fee, familiar with the Throbs, yes or no?
Nope.
Okay. Ed, Throbs, virgin or have you had it before?
Virgin.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is just fucking cool. Okay. For those of you that don't know, this is just fucking cool. Throbs and Sweetheart, definitely acquired taste. I get it. And I absolutely love it and always have. The intro, so damn good. The bass, the drums, the guitar, the lyrics, and yes, Sweetheart's strange voice. I love it all. For all of you that missed it, I was actually there and lived there. This is New York City Village Rock in its full glory. It's the fucking Throbs. I almost picked this album. And it is going to come eventually. Yeah, it's the fucking Throbs. This song is an 86.6 watt song. It fucking is incredible. I love it. Dave, what do you think?
This is badass rock and roll. I love the Throbs. I got hip to them super late, like around the mid 2000s. My band played a bunch of shows with this band from Long Island called the Strip Club Devils. The singer was a guy named Ronnie Sweetheart. Put on a great show, was kind of a wild dude. Turns out back in the 80s, he was in a band called the Throbs. Their album, The Language of Thieves and Vagabonds, came out in 91. I find all this out while we're crashing out on his couch in Long Island. He's got a framed picture of the band with Little Richard, who played some guest piano on their album. I go home and check out this album, and I was hooked. Just like that. This is the good kind of not too clean, wild, almost bordering on goth, New York punk meets Rolling Stones junkie style rock and roll that I really like. Bass player in the band is Danny Nordahl, who plays in Faster Pussycat now. Cool, spooky opening, great hook to the song, and would only be better if it was me playing guitar on it. I give it a 90.
Dave, I fucking love that. You're making me want to push my score up a little bit, but I won't. It's unethical, but I'm with you. It's a 90 all day. Wow.
No.
That should be in a magazine somewhere, Dave. And the fact that you crashed on a couch with Sweetheart? Are you fucking kidding me?
At his house.
Please tell more. A little more. Can we have 2 more minutes of that story? 1 more minute.
Yeah, after the show, we went back and hung out, and he was playing some weird like Johnny Thunders movie on the TV, and we were just all like drinking and falling asleep on the couch, and his he had just had a baby who's, I think she's like 20 now, and we all got to meet the baby, and I don't know.
So cool, man. I got a little pencil in my pants just hearing about this story, listening to watching Johnny Thunder's videos. Come on, you sure you didn't dream this?
It was badass.
Oh, okay. That's fucking amazing. Ed, be careful. What do you think?
Very cool, Dave. Very cool experience. I love moments like that. You appreciate them. If you've played in the scene at any level, to be around people of different levels, the stories are just so good, and you just get such a great vibe and almost feel the experience. So I love that. So happy for you. I like the music opening. I think it builds well. I really like the tones. I was pleasantly surprised. The music kicks in real nice, and then the vocals kick in, and it's a low Alice Cooper type sound. I was really excited to see where it went, and unfortunately, I thought it went nowhere. Like, I like that he's singing lower. It's different.
Really low.
What I liked about it, but I wish he at least went somewhere else too. Like, he just stayed there, and that kind of it was good, but it wasn't. I was just left me wanting more. The gang vocals have a great sound, but the chorus really isn't my thing. Overall, I think the song and musicianship is okay. It's good. That's not really my scene, but the production and music tones are really good. The style of the song is something I'm kind of into. I like Alice Cooper a lot, and I'm starting to really enjoy the horror rock scene, and that's kind of the vibe I got off this. I appreciated the song. I thought it was a decent song. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. And I gave it a 58.3 watts.
Ed, I think if you played this song for 10 people that never heard the Throbs and didn't get it, like what they were about, and didn't just yeah, like I said, it's an acquired taste. You have to appreciate it. You're right on.
Absolutely.
You're right on with Sweetheart's vocals, but like Dave said, it's almost like typo negative. Like they kind of are like putting this different twist
Mhm.
on 80s hair metal. And my knock on the album would be this. I've heard Sweetheart sing, and I know he can do a lot with his voice. And on that album that Dave is referencing, I think the songwriting is really strong and I really love it. And being a Sweetheart fan, I love everything he did there. But I think the album could have gone to another level if, like you said, he had experimented with a couple of other registers of his voice, which he absolutely has. But I'm fine with it. So I get what you were hearing. Fee, what'd you think?
Hold on one sec, B. You mentioned typo negative.
Yeah.
I actually saw typo negative at the Paradise when I was like 14 years old with my uncle.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think?
My uncle's a massive punk guy. Like
Right?
the more punk angry it is, the better. Luckily, he was a massive human. So, the 120-pound 14-year-old me was, right at the front row going, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. And dude, I think the chorus on that song is fucking magical. Magical. Fee, what do you got?
This might be my last episode after this.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I fucking hate this song.
What?
Yeah, I don't like punk anyway. Like anything punk, like if you pick this album, I'll just give it like a 2 and I won't even listen because I can't. It's fucking terrible for me. At least British punk is like a little bit respectable. And then I looked it up and these guys are from New York and I was like, ugh. I listened to it a second time and my score went up 10 points, 17. That's the best I could do on this one. I wanted to give this one a 7. That's how fucking bad I hated this song.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The look of Desi, like almost having a stroke is
Dave,
great.
Dave, he said 17.
Yeah. My initial score was 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, the Throbs are not a punk band. They're not. They have
I don't know.
light punk influences like you might get from Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. I mean, it's in there, but it's a very light mix.
Yeah.
I like more, like what Dave said, more of like a goth like type feel than punk. But Fee. Okay. So, Ed, will you please calculate those scores and tell us how many watts the Throbs Underground is pushing?
All righty. So, after telling the scores, I think this album actually, this song lands, in my opinion, where it should be, at a whopping 62.9.
And Dave, where does that land the Throbs song on the Breaking Vinyl Wall of Fame?
All right, that puts us at number 5, just under Asia's Time Again, and over Iron Maiden's Reach Out.
As long as Reach Out stays at the bottom, I'm okay with it. This song, that Asia song, like, if I had the fucking code to Dave's list, I would go in and remove it. Okay, fuck that song. The song sucks. I should have given it a 0. I don't care if they are good fucking musicians. The song is fucking terrible. Okay, so Bob Wiley, you are now immortalized on the Breaking Vinyl Wall of Fame. Okay. So let's do favorite song I love, song I hate. My favorite song on the Dangerous Toys album is Like a Hammer. The song I cut, obviously, is Sporting a Woody. Dave, what do you got?
Favorite track is Scared. Literally the only decent song I liked on the album. And I would cut, of course, Sporting a Woody because I don't want to hear about your dick.
No, I don't either. Ed, what do you got?
Favorite song on the album? Scared. However, I would cut 10 Boots. I think that's just, I'd rather hear about his fucking dick than his shoes.
Okay. Fee, what do you got?
I would keep Teasin' Pleasin'. That was my favorite track on the album, although Scared is a close second. I I would cut almost everything else, but I'm with Ed on this one. I wrote down 10 Boots. I fucking hated that song.
Okay. And I would remove Scott Dalhover and his noodly guitars, and I would replace him with one Tracy Guns with a much more rock and roll, solid guitar performance. Would
That's not a bad
definitely,
pick.
yeah, would elevate this album, I think. Dave, what do you got?
You stole my exact pick.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, honestly, I wanted to replace them all, but
Yeah.
with LA Guns or Faster Pussycat, that would be
Okay.
better. But yeah, that was actually my pick is get rid of the shitty guitar player and put in Mr. Guns, and he would
Yeah.
add some tasty licks that are
Yeah,
tasteful.
I think Brent Muscat or Greg Steele would both be too bluesy and just, too soulful for this band. This band needs a ripper.
Yeah.
Ripper. Like Tracy. A little whammy bar. Okay, Ed, what do you got?
I would remove Jason McMaster and I would replace him with Axl Rose.
Okay, that's okay. Pete,
If
what do you
that's what
got?
he's going for,
It would
let's just give it to him.
Okay. Pete.
I didn't want to put a lot of time into this, but I'd remove Scott Dalhover too and replace him with Vinnie Vincent because I don't know. I feel Vinny's just a better version of him. So
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Vinnie Vincent
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
No, he's the
Holy
best.
shit, he's the best. He is fucking
Vinny's
terrible.
amazing.
You
Vinnie
like him?
Vincent is now the best because it's Ms. Vincent, I think.
Oh God, he
Doesn't
was
matter.
always,
Stop it, Ed.
dude. He was always Miss Vincent. He's like Liza Minnelli. Isn't he from fucking New Jersey,
Connecticut, I believe.
Connecticut? That's why you love him. That's why you love him. You can't like his guitar playing. He's fucking terrible.
Oh, it's awesome.
Okay, so let's do some final thoughts and some Watt scores. I will start it off, guys. So I think you guys. I hate to say it. I think you guys fucking. You've talked me off the ledge. You've talked some sense into me. We went through this album, and you know what? I think that I was unfairly loving it because of my nostalgic vision of it. So this is a driving around album. It still gets me pumped up. I think Jason's a red hot singer. I think his vocals are good. Catchy choruses. I should hate the guitar player, and I think after talking through it, I do. So fuck him. I think you guys are going to be proud of me. I'm going to keep it real like Fee did last week. So I started off at a 91 earlier in the week. Earlier in the week. And then I dropped down to an 89.
Oh,
And then I listened to it this morning and I got to a 72.9. But after we talk through it, I have to grow on this show. I have to grow on this show today. And I'm
Yes,
going
you do.
to. I'm going to give this album a 68.5. I think that's fair. You guys have to appreciate that score out of me. 68.5 watts. It's got some
Out
good
of you,
songs.
definitely.
It's got
yes,
some good
definitely for
songs.
you.
But it's a dog in spots, and it's a remedial album. It is. And I hate the guitar playing, even though I like it. Dave, what do you got on this song?
I think we broke Dez.
You did. You did today. You did.
Never really knew much about these guys. I heard the handful of songs they had on out at MTV, and that was it. They seemed fine. Hell, even a few years ago, I was playing in my old band at a place called The Abbey in Somerville, Mass.
Cool.
Who were we opening for? A band called Broken Teeth. I found out the singer was Jason McMaster from Dangerous Toys. I did not get a chance to hang out with them or anything, but the band was stripped down, AC/DC style rock and roll, and they sounded great. Seems like he'd learned a lot since the Dangerous Toys days. This album should have been a single. It's so bad.
A single.
I am a fan of some of the cheesiest 80s glam rock you can imagine, and I can't take this. It just, not for me. Sorry, Jason, if you're out there listening, bro. My score is 43.
Oh, so it turns out that that I have been found guilty today. Guilty.
Guilty.
I've been found guilty of bringing a Shitty Dangerous Toys album to the podcast. Guilty as charged. Holy shit. Ed, what do you got?
Oh boy. Yeah, this is not good.
Oh no.
It was thoroughly disappointing. I mean, I didn't like the band when they came out. they're not my thing. That whole scene, not my thing. The end was so hard of like this style of music. And even the whole LA scene. I like the hair stuff. I like certain elements of it, but I also hate certain elements of it. Not that these guys are a hair thing. These guys are more the LA thing that you like does, and Dave totally gets and appreciates. I just don't get it. Really, LA Guns was as far as I could go with that.
So
I
good.
gave it a 35.9.
I see Jane's Addiction creeping up the ladder again today, which is fine with
I
me.
think finally they are gonna be overtaken.
Okay, Fee, what do you got?
Yeah, I was really excited off of this because I remembered some of the hits and they stood up for me, like they were good, but unfortunately it's the first 2 tracks, and when you're making an album you can't front load it, and like you gotta spread the love, and they didn't do that, and after that everything just fell off a fucking cliff. So I can't believe I'm the lowest score on this, but here it is, 31.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
This album was bad.
Ed,
Bad.
will you please calculate the scores and tell us how many watts this album is pushing?
Ouch.
Okay.
Is all I'm gonna say.
Oh boy.
Dangerous Toys is pushing a very low wattage of 44.6.
Oh man, this thing needs to go into the shop and get another tube. It's broken. Ed, where does that score landed on the Breaking Vinyl chart?
That would be Dave.
I'm sorry, Dave. Where does that land it?
Well, this is episode number 23. And Dangerous Toys is ranked 23 on the list. Under the Foo Fighters, Color and the Shape. For comparison, Jane's Addiction has rocketed up to number 19.
All right. I like that. So, guys, I listened to this album all week and I was loving it. And then I listened to the Throbs today and I was like, oh man, I'm like, this is a much deeper record. It's just better. And then I started thinking of like what a 10 out of 10 song should be. And I started it just all started like collapsing around me. Like I was in an earthquake and buildings were falling around me. And the reality of what these songs really were started to really crush me. I am going to stand up for Jason McMasters. I still believe his vocals are amazing. I'm going to stand up for 2 or 3, maybe 4 tracks in this album that I thought were really great, but it didn't stand up. And you guys really brought me around on this one. And I think maybe it's where it belongs. I don't know. All right. So, Ed, you have next week's pick. Please tell the panel and the fans what album we will be listening to this week.
All right. I'm going to bring us back around, and I'm going to pick a band that everyone should love.
Okay.
I personally think their first album and their last album are their best albums. This band was huge at the top of their game when they just decided to call it quits due to infighting. And I am picking The Police Synchronicity album.
Man, that's a fucking blazer, dude. I mean, the album is fucking, it takes me back. It takes me back. And I have a fun story about this one. It's stupid. It's stupid, but you remember the days of concert shirts going to school, those shirts that had the half sleeves on them? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get there. Awesome. Great pick. I mean, it might be a boring show because I'm sure we're all going to be fucking smoking the pole on this one, but
there's a lot of stinkers on it, but there's also like 5 or 6 monster songs.
Yeah, I'm a fucking huge Police fan, so this is going to be good. All right. So, like always, guys, without you, the show is shit. You guys are all amazing. Fee, my wife was talking about it last night, how your persona has just added just something to the show that was missing. I absolutely love it. You bring it without trying. It's great stuff. Dave, you've really come into your own as the professor. Just again, great personality. Ed, what can I say? I hate you. The fans, thanks for listening. I don't want to call you fans, the listeners. I want you to be more part of the show. I wish you guys would write in more with with bonus track suggestions. You could write into any of the different places or put it on the Facebook page. Bob Wiley, come on. What about Bob? Give me a break. Okay, it's me.
Don't tell him.
Are you sailing, Des? Are you sailing?
I'm sailing. One of my favorite movies because I am Bob.
So good.
Yeah. Again, please, just for this 1 week, I ask you, just share this episode on your Facebook page. Let's see if it can pump up the listenership a little bit. If you like movies, go over to Hey, did you ever see that movie? We're doing Halloween 3, Season of the Witch tonight. So that should be fun.
Nice.
And yeah, so that's it. Until next time, take those albums out of the sleeve and let the music breathe. See you later.